They say the most dangerous places at night are the ones built for movement, but suddenly become still. Railways, miles of steel cutting through empty land, no witnesses, no help, just signals and shadows. This happened decades ago, recorded in an old rail maintenance log from a rural night route, and to this day, no one can explain the final entry. It was just after 2:10 a.m. A signal operator named Daniel was working the late shift at a remote railway control hut. His job was simple: monitor the track lights and switch signals for passing freight trains. No passengers, no stops, just cargo and darkness. He logged that visibility was clear, no storms, no obstructions. But then, track signal 12 turned red. Beat. That only happens if something is physically blocking the rail line. Daniel checked the track camera. Nothing. Empty rails, no animals, no vehicles, no debris. Still, the system insisted the track was occupied. He reset the signal. Green. 3 seconds later, red again. Reset. Red. Reset. Red. Over and over. Now the strange part. The obstruction sensor showed standing mass detected. Not moving. Standing. Daniel radioed the next station. "Do you see anything on 12? The reply came back.
See what?
Daniel checked the camera again. This time, he leaned closer and noticed something he missed before. Not on the track, but beside it. A figure. Too tall. Too thin. Standing perfectly still near the signal post. He rewound the last 60 seconds of footage. The figure wasn't there. He rewound again. Still gone. Live feed. It was back. Daniel grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside the hut. Procedure said, never leave the post during an active block. He went anyway. The air was dead quiet. No insects, no wind, just the faint vibration of rails carrying distant movement from miles away. He walked towards signal 12, step by step. The figure was gone, but something else was there. Footprints. On the wooden sleepers between the rails, barefoot, burned into the surface like heat marks. His radio exploded with static. Then a voice came through, not from dispatch, not from any station, just a whisper.
"Clear the track."
At that exact moment, his monitor alarm sounded from inside the hut. Incoming freight train, 3 minutes out, high speed, no scheduled stop. Daniel ran back. Checked the camera. The figure was now standing directly on the rail line, facing the camera, head tilted. Signal, red. System message, changed. Collision predicted. He switched the track, emergency diversion. But the controls locked. Manual override, failed. The figure never moved. Final log entry, typed 90 seconds before impact. Signal shows occupied, but obstruction is not physical, it's waiting. The train passed through signal 12 at full speed. No collision, no debris, no body. But the front camera recorded something investigators later froze frame by frame. For exactly one frame, standing beside the locomotive, was the same tall figure, keeping pace. After that night, signal 12 was removed. Operators refused the shift, and the rail company quietly retired the camera system. Some rail workers still say, if a night signal turns red with nothing there, you don't reset it, you wait, because something may be crossing that you're not supposed to see. Most people think the danger of railways is speed, but the real danger is isolation. In 1987, a nearly abandoned rural station operated only one late-night platform, used for cargo and the occasional unscheduled stop. One station clerk, one platform, no security. His name was recorded as Martin Hale. His final shift report was never completed. At 1:26 a.m., an unscheduled train appeared on the line monitor. No ID code, no route number, no cargo listing, just movement. That alone violated protocol. Martin called dispatch. No train was assigned to that track. Dispatch told him the line was empty for the next 4 hours. But the monitor still showed it approaching. He stepped onto the platform. No headlight, no horn, no vibration in the rails. Yet the tracker said, arriving in 90 seconds. Then he heard it. not from the track. Behind him, footsteps, measured, slow, dragging slightly. He turned. No one there, but the ticket gate, the old mechanical one, clicked, like someone passed through. Martin wrote in the margin of his paper log, "Platform not empty." The arrival board flickered. Instead of a train number, it displayed, "Last stop." Security camera later showed Martin standing at the platform edge, looking down the track, stepping back, as if something rushed past him at high speed. But the video shows no train, only his coat whipping violently in a blast of air. When morning staff arrived, the platform bench was occupied by a suitcase, old, leather, dust-covered. Inside were tickets, hundreds of them, all stamped, same time, 1:27 a.m., same destination, end of line. Martin was never found. No struggle, no blood, just one final unfinished line in the logbook. Passengers are getting off. True Night Railway Horror, Part 3. The tunnel that returned calls, sound bed, dripping water, tunnel echo, low sub-bass drone, occasional radio chirp, SFX, water drip echoing in tunnel rail tunnels distort sound. Voices bounce, footsteps multiply. But in 1974, one tunnel did more than echo. It answered. Maintenance crews working a mountain rail tunnel reported radio interference every night after 3 a.m. Not static replies. At first they thought it was signal bleed, another crew on the same frequency, until the replies started using their names. SFX, radio crackle. Worker log, transcript.
Radio check.
Checked.
Identify.
Are you first?
They traced the signal. It always came from inside tunnel marker 6, the deepest section, where no repeater equipment existed, no power lines, nothing to transmit from. One night, 2 inspectors walked in to test it manually. They kept an open radio channel. Dispatch recorded everything.
SFX footsteps, boots on gravel. Depth marker passed.
You're late.
They stopped walking. Dispatch confirmed. That reply did not come through their system. It came through the inspector's radio only. Inspector 1 laughed nervously and said,
All right, who's joking?
You are.
Their radio audio spiked, then distorted, then came back. Only one set of footsteps remained on the recording. But 2 men had entered. The surviving inspector ran out 11 minutes later, shaking, bleeding from the ears, repeating one sentence.
He kept talking after I stopped.
Dispatch replayed the audio. At the end of the tape, after the man was already outside, footsteps were still heard inside the tunnel, walking, slowly, toward the microphone. Rail authorities sealed marker 6 for structural instability. No structural damage was ever documented. Workers still say, if your radio answers before you speak, leave the tunnel.